Have you ever sat in a quiet room and still felt overwhelmed? At 60, 70, or even 80, our minds can be louder than ever. But what if I told you that peace doesn't come from changing your life, but from changing how you live it, moment by moment? In this video, you'll learn 5 powerful, life-changing mindfulness practices that are gentle, doable, and meant especially for older adults. So let's take this journey inward together. Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so delighted to have you here today. Did you know that just a few minutes a day can completely transform the way you feel, think, and experience life in your golden years? That's right, today we're diving into 5 life-changing mindfulness tips for older adults that can boost your happiness, improve your health, and bring a sense of peace to every single day. So, grab a cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and let's embark on this beautiful journey together. As we move through the chapters of our lives, especially in our golden years, it's natural to feel a mix of emotions: joy for the memories we've created, gratitude for the wisdom we've gained, and perhaps even a little worry about the changes that come with aging. But here's the wonderful news, dear friends. No matter where you are in life, you have the power to bring more peace, joy, and clarity into your days. And that's exactly what mindfulness is all about. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is mindfulness? And how can it help me? Well, mindfulness is simply the practice of being fully present in the moment, paying attention to what's happening right now, without judgment, and with a sense of kindness toward yourself. It's not about emptying your mind or sitting cross-legged for hours. Instead, it's about finding small, gentle ways to connect with the beauty of life, even in the simplest moments. Today, I'm going to share 5 mindfulness tips that are especially designed for older adults like you. These tips are easy to incorporate into your daily routine, and they can make a world of difference in how you feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. Whether you're looking to reduce stress, improve your focus, or simply enjoy life a little more, these practices are here to help. And don't worry, I'll guide you through each one step by step, with plenty of examples and encouragement along the way. So, let's get started with our first tip. Tip 1. The power of mindful breathing. Let's begin with something we all do every single day, often without even thinking about it: breathing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Breathing? How can something so ordinary be life-changing? But dear friends, that's the magic of mindfulness. It takes the ordinary and turns it into something extraordinary. Mindful breathing is one of the simplest and most powerful ways to bring calm and clarity into your life. When we breathe mindfully, we focus our attention on each breath, noticing how it feels as it moves through our body. This simple act can help us feel more grounded, reduce stress, and even lower our blood pressure. And the best part? You can do it anywhere, anytime, whether you're sitting in your favorite armchair, waiting at the doctor's office, or even lying in bed at night. So, how do we practice mindful breathing? Let me guide you through it right now. First, find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down, whichever feels best for you. If you're sitting, try to keep your back straight but relaxed, and let your hands rest gently in your lap. If you're lying down, let your body sink into the bed or chair, feeling fully supported. Now, close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or simply soften your gaze by looking down at the floor. Next, bring your attention to your breath. Notice how the air feels as it enters your nose, cool and refreshing. Follow the breath as it travels down into your chest and then into your belly, feeling your belly gently rise. Then, notice the breath as it leaves your body, feeling your belly fall and the air warming as it exits through your nose. There's no need to change your breathing, just let it flow naturally and simply observe it. If your mind starts to wander, and it will, because that's what minds do, don't worry. Just gently bring your attention back to your breath without any judgment. You might say to yourself, "Oh, there goes my mind, thinking about dinner or tomorrow's plans." That's okay. Let's come back to the breath. This gentle redirection is the heart of mindfulness, being kind to ourselves, no matter what. Try practicing mindful breathing for just 1 minute to start. Set a timer if you like, or simply count 10 breaths. As you get more comfortable, you can extend the time to 2 minutes, then 5, and so on. Over time, you'll find that this simple practice can help you feel calmer, more centered, and even more energized. Now, let me share a little story to show you how powerful mindful breathing can be. I recently spoke with a dear friend named Margaret, who's 72 years young. Margaret told me that she used to feel overwhelmed by worry, especially about her health and her family. But then she started practicing mindful breathing every morning for just 5 minutes. She said, "At first, I thought it was silly how could breathing help me feel better? But after a few weeks, I noticed I wasn't snapping at my husband as much, and I felt more patient with my grandchildren. It's like a little reset button for my day. Isn't that wonderful?" So, dear friends, I encourage you to give mindful breathing a try. Start small, be patient with yourself, and remember that every breath is a new opportunity to find peace. And if you ever feel unsure, just come back to this video. I'll be right here to guide you. Tip 2. Embracing gratitude in everyday moments. Now, let's move on to our second mindfulness tip, which is all about embracing gratitude in everyday moments. Gratitude is like a golden thread that weaves joy and meaning into our lives, and it's especially powerful as we grow older. When we practice gratitude, we train our minds to notice the good things, no matter how small they may seem. And the more we notice the good, the more goodness we find. You might be thinking, but what if I'm going through a tough time? What if I don't feel like there's much to be grateful for? Oh, dear friend, I hear you, and I want you to know that gratitude isn't about ignoring the challenges. It's about finding little glimmers of light, even in the darkest moments. And those glimmers can help us feel stronger, more hopeful, and more connected to the world around us. So, how do we practice gratitude mindfully? One of the simplest ways is to create a gratitude ritual. This could be something you do every morning, every evening, or even in the middle of the day when you need a little lift. Here's how it works. Find a quiet moment and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Then, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things sometimes. The smallest moments are the most precious. For example, you might feel grateful for the warmth of the sun on your face as you sit by the window. Or perhaps you're grateful for the sound of birds singing outside, or the kindness of a neighbor who waved hello. If you're having trouble thinking of something, try looking around you right now. What do you see, hear, or feel that brings you a little bit of joy? Once you've thought of your 3 things, take a moment to really savor them. Close your eyes if you like, and picture each one in your mind. Feel the gratitude in your heart, as if it's a warm, glowing light. You might even say to yourself, "I'm so thankful for this moment." If you enjoy writing, you might like to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, jot down your 3 things in a little notebook. Over time, you'll create a beautiful collection of memories that you can look back on whenever you need a reminder of life's goodness. And here's a little tip. Try to be specific. Instead of writing, "I'm grateful for my family," you might write, "I'm grateful for the way my daughter called me today just to say hello and how her voice made me smile." Specificity helps us feel the gratitude even more deeply. Now, let me share another story to inspire you. I recently met a gentleman named Robert, who's 68 years young. Robert told me that after his wife passed away, he felt lost and lonely, and it was hard to find joy in anything. But then, he started a gratitude practice, writing down 3 things every night before bed. At first, it was hard. He said he sometimes wrote things like, "I'm grateful I got out of bed today." But over time, he started noticing more and more moments of beauty, like the way the leaves changed color in the fall, or the laughter of children playing in the park. Robert said, "Gratitude didn't take away my grief, but it gave me a reason to keep going. It reminded me that life is still worth living." Isn't that beautiful, dear friends? Gratitude has the power to heal, to uplift, and to remind us of the preciousness of each day. So, I encourage you to try this practice for yourself. Start with just 1 day and see how it feels. And remember, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just let your heart guide you. Tip 3. Mindful movement for body and soul. Now, let's move on to our third mindfulness tip, which is all about mindful movement for body and soul. As we age, it's natural for our bodies to change, and sometimes those changes can feel frustrating. Maybe you've noticed that your joints feel a little stiffer, or that you don't have the same energy you once did. But here's the wonderful news. Movement, even gentle movement, can be a powerful way to care for both your body and your mind. And when we move mindfully, we bring an extra layer of awareness and joy to the experience. Mindful movement is all about paying attention to how your body feels as you move, without judgment or pressure. It's not about pushing yourself to the limit or trying to be perfect. It's about listening to your body and honoring what it needs. And the best part? You can adapt mindful movement to whatever feels right for you, whether you're able to walk, stretch, or simply sit and move your arms. One of the simplest ways to practice mindful movement is through gentle stretching. Stretching not only helps keep our bodies flexible, but it also gives us a chance to connect with our breath and our senses. Let me guide you through a simple mindful stretch right now. If you're able, find a comfortable seated position or stand if that feels better. If you have any health concerns, please check with your doctor before trying new movements, and always listen to your body. Start by taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently roll your shoulders back and down, feeling the tension melt away. Now, raise your right arm slowly, reaching up toward the sky, and notice how your muscles feel as they stretch. If it feels good, you can gently lean to the left, feeling a stretch along the side of your body. Hold this for a few breaths, noticing the sensation of the stretch, and then slowly lower your arm. Repeat on the other side, moving with care and attention. As you move, try to stay fully present. Notice the feeling of your muscles stretching, the rhythm of your breath, and the way your body feels supported by the chair or the ground. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the movement, just as we did with mindful breathing. If stretching isn't right for you, there are so many other ways to practice mindful movement. For example, you might try a gentle walk in your garden or around your home. As you walk, pay attention to the feeling of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your steps, and the sights and sounds around you. Or, if you prefer to stay seated, you might try gentle arm circles or hand stretches, noticing how each movement feels. Now, let me share a story to show you how mindful movement can make a difference. I recently spoke with a lovely lady named Evelyn, who's 75 years young. Evelyn told me that after retiring, she started feeling stiff and achy, and she missed the energy she used to have. But then she joined a senior yoga class, where she learned to move mindfully. She said, "At first, I could barely touch my toes, and I felt so frustrated. But the teacher kept reminding us to listen to our bodies and to be kind to ourselves. Now, I do a few gentle stretches every morning, and I feel so much better, not just in my body, but in my heart too." Isn't that inspiring, dear friends? Mindful movement is a gift we can give ourselves, no matter our age or ability. So, I encourage you to find a form of movement that feels good for you, and to approach it with curiosity and kindness. And remember, even a few minutes a day can make a big difference. Tip 4. The art of mindful listening. Now, let's move on to our fourth mindfulness tip, which is all about the art of mindful listening. Listening might seem like something we do automatically, but when we listen mindfully, we bring a whole new level of connection and understanding to our relationships. And as older adults, our relationships with family, friends, and even ourselves are so precious, aren't they? Mindful listening is the practice of giving our full attention to the person speaking, without interrupting, judging, or planning what we're going to say next. It's about being fully present, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. When we listen mindfully, we create a space where others feel truly heard and valued, and we deepen our own sense of connection and peace. So, how do we practice mindful listening? Let me guide you through it. The next time you're having a conversation, whether it's with a grandchild, a friend, or even a stranger, try this. First, take a moment to center yourself. Take a deep breath and let go of any distractions, like the TV or your phone. If possible, Turn off any background noise or move to a quieter space. Next, focus your attention on the person speaking. Look into their eyes if that feels comfortable, or simply soften your gaze and face them. As they speak, notice the sound of their voice, the words they're using, and the emotions behind those words. Try not to interrupt. Even if you have something important to say, just let them finish and let their words sink in. If your mind starts to wander, and it might, especially if the conversation is long, gently bring your attention back to the speaker. You might even imagine their words as a gentle stream flowing into your heart. And when it's your turn to respond, take a moment to reflect on what they've said, rather than jumping in with your own thoughts right away. Mindful listening can also extend to the world around us. For example, you might try listening mindfully to the sounds of nature, rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, or the patter of rain. Or, if you enjoy music, you might listen to a favorite song with your full attention, noticing the melody, the rhythm, and the way it makes you feel. Now, let me share a story to show you the power of mindful listening. I recently met a gentleman named Harold, who's 80 years young. Harold told me that he used to feel frustrated during conversations with his teenage grandson because they seemed to have so little in common. But then Harold started practicing mindful listening, giving his grandson his full attention without interrupting or offering advice. He said, "At first, I was surprised by how hard it was to just listen. I kept wanting to jump in and fix things. But over time, I noticed my grandson started opening up more. He even told me, 'Grandpa, you're the only one who really listens to me.' And that meant the world to me." Isn't that beautiful, dear friends? Mindful listening is a gift we can give to others and to ourselves. It helps us build stronger, more meaningful connections, and it reminds us of the beauty of being fully present. So, I encourage you to try this practice the next time you're in a conversation, or the next time you hear a beautiful sound. And remember, every moment of listening is a moment of love. Tip 5. Creating a mindful evening routine. Now, let's move on to our fifth and final mindfulness tip, which is all about creating a mindful evening routine. As older adults, our evenings are a precious time to unwind, reflect, and prepare for a restful night's sleep. But sometimes, our minds can feel busy or restless, making it hard to relax. That's where a mindful evening routine comes, and it's a gentle way to transition from the busyness of the day to the peace of the night. A mindful evening routine is all about creating a series of small, intentional actions that help you feel calm, centered, and ready for rest. It's not about adding more to your to-do list, but about choosing activities that feel soothing and meaningful to you. Let me guide you through a simple routine that you can adapt to fit your own needs and preferences. First, start by setting a time to begin your evening routine, perhaps an hour or two before bed. This signals to your body and mind that it's time to wind down. Next, dim the lights in your home, if possible, to create a cozy, calming atmosphere. Bright lights can make it harder to relax, so soft lighting, like a lamp or a candle, can be very soothing. Now, choose one or two activities that help you feel calm and present. For example, you might spend a few minutes doing the mindful breathing practice we talked about earlier, letting your breath guide you into a state of relaxation. Or, you might try a gratitude practice, reflecting on 3 things from your day that brought you joy or comfort. Another wonderful option is to engage in a gentle, mindful activity, like reading a favorite book, listening to soft music, or doing a few light stretches. If you enjoy writing, you might jot down a few thoughts in a journal, not a to-do list, but a reflection on your day, or a few kind words to yourself. Finally, end your routine with a moment of stillness. Sit or lie down comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. As you breathe, imagine letting go of any worries or tension from the day, like leaves floating down a stream. You might even say to yourself, "I am calm, I am at peace, I am ready for rest." Now, let me share a story to inspire you. I recently spoke with a lady named Dorothy, who's 70 years young. Dorothy told me that she used to struggle with falling asleep. because her mind would race with worries about her children, her health, and the world. But then, she created a mindful evening routine, starting with a cup of chamomile tea, followed by a few minutes of gratitude, and ending with a short prayer. She said, "At first, I thought it wouldn't make a difference. I'd been tossing and turning for years. But after a few weeks, I noticed I was falling asleep faster and waking up feeling more refreshed. It's like a little gift I give myself every night." Isn't that lovely, dear friends? A mindful evening routine is a way to honor yourself, to care for your body and mind, and to prepare for a night of deep, restorative sleep. So, I encourage you to create your own routine, starting with just 1 or 2 small steps. And remember, this is your time. Make it as gentle and nurturing as you like. Before we wrap up, I want to share a special bonus tip with you, a simple mindfulness practice for better sleep. Sleep is so important, especially as we age, but it's not always easy to quiet our minds at night. This practice is designed to help you relax, let go of worries, and drift off into a peaceful slumber. Here's how it works. Once you're in bed, lie down comfortably and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, letting your body sink into the mattress. Now, bring your attention to your feet. Notice how they feel: warm, cool, heavy, light. If you notice any tension, imagine breathing into your feet and letting the tension melt away. Next, move your attention up to your legs, noticing how they feel and letting go of any tightness. Continue this process, moving up through your body, your hips, your belly, your chest, your arms, your shoulders, your neck, and finally your head. As you focus on each part, imagine it becoming soft, heavy, and relaxed, as if it's sinking deeper into the bed. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the part of your body you were focusing on. And if you fall asleep before you finish, that's wonderful. That's the goal. This practice, often called a body scan, is a beautiful way to calm your mind and body and to prepare for a restful night's sleep. Final thoughts and encouragement. Well, dear friends, we've come to the end of our journey together today, but I hope this is just the beginning of your mindfulness practice. Let's take a moment to reflect on the 5 life-changing tips we've explored: the power of mindful breathing, embracing gratitude in everyday moments, mindful movement for body and soul, the art of mindful listening, and creating a mindful evening routine, and of course, our bonus tip for better sleep. Each of these practices is a gift you can give yourself, a way to bring more peace, joy, and connection into your life. And remember, mindfulness isn't about being perfect or doing it all at once. It's about taking small, gentle steps and being kind to yourself along the way. So, I encourage you to choose just one tip to start with, perhaps the one that resonated with you the most. Try it for a few days and see how it feels. And if you ever need a reminder or a little encouragement, just come back to this video. I'll be right here, cheering you on. Before we say goodbye, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me today. You are such a special part of the Elderly Life Lessons community, and I'm so grateful to share this journey with you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more heartwarming content designed just for you. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Now, dear friends, I'd love to hear from you. Which mindfulness tip are you most excited to try? Or, if you already practice mindfulness, what's your favorite way to stay present? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I can't wait to hear from you. Until next time, take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself, and remember that every moment is a new opportunity to find peace and joy. I'll see you soon, dear friends. Goodbye for now, and may your days be filled with warmth and light. We're so glad you joined us today. If something touched your heart or sparked a new idea, share it in the comments. We'd really love to hear from you. Your words mean a lot to us and help keep this channel growing. If this video is helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone who might need it, and don't hesitate to subscribe Thanks for watching, and we look forward to spending time with you again in the next video.